What is pressure? Pressure is nothing but, before I explain you about the definition of the pressure or tell you the formula of the pressure, I will tell you one activity. What you do, you take some equal boxes, or on a sand bed you take one brick. Okay, you take a brick and you make a sand bed, make the surface of the sand very soft, place the brick on it in a horizontal way. When you, and you can see, when you take out the brick, you can see the impression of the brick which was in a rectangular shape. The same brick you take and put it, place it in a vertical way, you can see the impression to be more deeper. Okay, another example I would like to tell you is, you can take a table, you can place a table, try to put some four to five boxes one beside the other, fill some sand in it and place it. You can observe there will not be any change in the position of the table surface. Now the same boxes, you keep them vertically one above the other, you can see the depression on the surface of the table. This shows that there is a relation between the force and the pressure. That is, the impact of pressure depends on the area of contact on the particular surface. Okay, so let us give that relation to be force. Pressure is equal to force. It is the ratio of force to the contact area. Simply saying, pressure is equal to force by area. Pressure is equal to force by area. Okay, have this pressure or have this pressure come into play in our day to day life activities, like when you are carrying your school bag. Okay, you have a wider striped handles in order to put on your bag. Why? When you put on that, the contact area on your shoulders will be more and you will feel the bag to be lighter, you feel little comfortable. The same bag, if you wear it one side, it is not balanced, you feel it to be heavy. Not only that, we the knives have the cutting edge of, or the cutting edge of the knife has are very sharp, because the surface area in contact to the vegetables is going to be less. That means it is going, we can cut the vegetables very easily. What we can say in other words is, the more contact area, surface area is in contact, the less the force impact will be. The less is the surface area into the contact, the impact of force will be more. Okay, so this particular phenomenon of impact of force is called the pressure, children. This particular phenomenon of impact of force is called the pressure. Let us come across the pressure in our day-to-day activities. Now, since the solids have got some weight, we can say that they are having some pressure based on the contact area. There may be a question for us that, do gases and liquids also exert the pressure? Yes, of course they do exert the pressures, but whereas the solids, they exert the pressure only with the contact area, that is downward pressure only they are going to exert. Whereas in case of solids, it is only downward pressure. In case of liquids and gases, they can exert upward, downward as well as sideward pressures. You can see your glass holding the lid under it is exerting the upward pressure of it. Okay, so atmospheric pressure is acting in upward direction, making the lid not fall to the ground. The same one, what you do, you take an empty glass tube, place one lid into it and immerse in the water. It is not going to fall down. That means liquids exert the upward pressure. You take a bottle, make holes on the sides and immerse it into the water and close the bottle's cap, and afterwards you take it out and try to loosen the cap. You see the water coming in all directions. This proves that liquids exert sideward pressure also. With all these three activities, what you understand is, liquids exert upward pressure, downward pressure as well as sideward pressure. Coming to the gases, if you try to blow a balloon, inflate a balloon, when you blow air into the balloon, what happens? It is going to be bulged out, it is going to get inflated, because whatever air we are blowing into it, what is happening to it, it is acting on all directions of the surface area of the balloon. That is the reason why the balloon is getting inflated. Okay, now next is that what is atmospheric pressure. What is atmospheric pressure? See, in the atmosphere, our atmosphere is covered with the layer of gases. Layer of gases. Atmosphere is surrounded with the layer of gases. That is nothing but the atmospheric pressure. Coming to the definition of the atmospheric pressure is nothing but the pressure of atmosphere on earth is called the atmospheric pressure. We know that air is all around us. This envelope of air around the earth is known as atmosphere. Actually, air has weight and therefore it is going to exert the pressure. The pressure of air upon the surface of the earth is called the atmospheric pressure. Children, atmospheric pressure decreases as we go up and up. On an average, the weight of air is going to be, atmospheric pressure is going to be decreased. That is the reason why mountaineers carry along with them oxygen cylinders, because the atmospheric pressure decreases as we try to move away from the earth's surface. That means as we reach to the peak heights. Okay, children. Now let us summarize with the lesson what we have learnt. That is, force is push or pull resulting in the motion of a body. Force can change the shape of an object and move the object from one position, that is the position of rest, to the change, and it can change the direction of the body which is in motion and can change the speed of the moving object. There are two kinds of forces. One is contact force and the other is non-contact force. Examples of contact force are muscular force and the force of friction are the examples of contact force. Gravitational force, electrostatic force and magnetic force are the examples of the non-contact force. And force per unit area is called as the pressure. Force per unit area is called as the pressure, and force is measured in newtons. Pressure from solids is due to the weight and acts downward, but in case of liquids and gases, the pressure exerted by them is downwards, sideways and upward also. This means that force exerted by liquids and gases is in all directions. The envelope of air around the earth is known as the atmosphere. The pressure of air upon the surface of the earth is called the atmospheric pressure. Hope you all understood with the lesson, children. In the introduction you have learned about the definition of the force, and then in the exploration of forces you learned about the effects of force, and then when we have learned about the relationship between the force and the pressure, and what about the frictional force. Hope you all understood, children. Thank you.